halo to know where to go. Unite in a fight and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's old truthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in a fight and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's old truthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in a fight and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's old truthford. You don't need a halo to know where to go. Unite in a fight and it's the best for sure. If you don't believe me, watch this video. It's truth with every word, it's old truthford.
Hello and welcome back to Old Trafford, the home of Honestly Biased Sports content. We are reacting to Manchester United 2, Tottenham 2. So, a game that was, it was quite an interesting one. I mean, obviously, United, you could tell from the first 20 minutes that this game was going to be a very tight game. You could tell that both managers did want to set up a very defensive structure in their sides, which made it quite boring, I guess you could say, in the first 20-30 minutes. It really wasn't anything noteworthy for the first 20 minutes, but eventually a breakthrough had to happen, and it did happen, and it came through Mbeumo scoring a cross from Ahmad, and leading to Manchester United leading the way 1-0 from, what was it? It was the 32nd minute. So from the 32nd minute up until the 84th minute when we went on to concede, United were in cruise control. I mean, we had 11 players on the pitch. We were very comfortable. But then I think it's the same story that we've faced the entire time this season, that it's just clearly noticeable that when we make the subs of Casemiro off and maybe a fullback, maybe a centre back, we get much worse. I mean, I do think that there is a stat out there where it literally says we concede, I think it's like 5 times the goals when Casemiro is off the pitch. And I think today we've suffered from that yet again. I mean, it's really as simple as that. Take Casemiro off, that midfield falls to pieces. Admin should put this song on streaming platforms. That drummer is cooking. I mean, one day, maybe one day, from when we release the the debut Old Trafford album. But yeah, I mean, it really was an interesting game. It was a game where some people will look at it as, oh, okay, Manchester United bottled a 1-0 lead, but then others may look at it and say, oh, okay, we got a point away from home against a top 6 rival. And yeah, I think I'm looking at it half glass full. I mean, I didn't come here expecting us to just absolutely demolish Tottenham, and Tottenham are terrible. A lot of people were saying Tottenham are in terrible form this season, but going into this match, they had as many points as we did. So I don't know why people were so confident in that respect. But yeah, I think this is probably the result that I would have expected. I mean, Suhan, I see you. My blood is boiling right now. How the fudge have we screwed up a 1-0 lead 2 times in a row? The answer is, when we make the subs, mate, completely changes the game. It completely changes the game. Nottingham Forest, it was more Diogo Dalot disaster class, whereas today it was, you can visibly see when we make those subs, we get so much worse. Like, I'm pretty sure you can see it on the the momentum graph that, like, when did Casemiro come off? When did Casemiro came off on the 72nd minute, and that is when pretty much Spurs took control of the game. So, like, it's clear to see that, like, Casemiro comes off, the midfield falls to pieces. Embarrassing second half performance. Very. I don't think Bruno Fernandes had a very good game today. I think he'll want to forget today's match. Obviously got an assist at the end though, so he did somehow manage to pull something back for us. But his overall numbers in that first half weren't very good. Amorim's tactics and decision making is completely terrible. Once again, a player has to save Amorim with individual brilliance. Johnny, mate, you're smoking crack. What are you talking about? What do you mean his tactics and decision making is completely terrible? What would you say was a bad decision from Amorim today? Because I don't see it as Amorim making any poor decisions. I see it as Amorim making the correct decisions, but the personnel that he's got available to him just aren't it. They're really not it. Amorim should have stuck with the same team from last game. We were 1-0 up. What's wrong with sticking with a different team? I mean, it was working for, 84 minutes? Like, Amorim should have stuck with the same team from last game. I don't know. I don't agree with that. Like, you wanted him to stick with Dalot as well, Suhan. I can't think of any game where Amorim outcoaches a manager. We were in the lead for 84 minutes away from home. The only difference is managers know that as soon as we make subs, we get weaker, and then it's like the opposition kind of get a bit more motivated, get a little pep in their step, so to speak. But come on now, don't be like that. Let's look at some of the reaction on Twitter's then. We'll look at some reaction on Twitter, and then we'll move over to the player ratings. So this should show my screen. Good. Okay. So Xerxes on Instagram. What's he doing? He's posting Delict. Love to see it. Richarlison. Oh God. Manchester United are the first team to score first, go behind, but then avoid defeat in consecutive Premier League matches since Manchester City in May-August 2012. I mean, I think this stat perfectly encapsulates the problem with Manchester United right now. I mean, it's the fact that the team spirit is there, the quality is there to score, but is the quality there to see out a result? And in order to see out a result in the modern game, you need a good squad, because you are going to make subs at some point. Otherwise, you pick up injuries. So I think it just this stat perfectly shows why Manchester United are struggling right now. Like, we've got the team spirit, we come back, but we don't have the quality right now to keep clean sheets. We don't have it because our midfield, it's entirely dependent on like a bloody 50-year-old Casemiro. Spurs were Shizer today as well. We deserve 3 points. Well, no, but wish Amorim could pick a consistent starting 11 minus Delo. Made way too many changes in the game. But then this is the thing, Suhan. Like, he had to make those changes because he needs to give other players game time. The reason why he changes the starting 11 so much is to avoid injury. And it looks like two of his players, even though he's been trying to avoid it, 2 of his players have picked up injuries today. So hopefully they're not serious with Maguire and Sheshko. Made way too many changes in the game too, and also didn't do anything to try and fix the issues in the game. For example, Bruno should have been subbed. Who comes on for Bruno, Johnny? Tell me who comes on for Bruno. Again, we've conceded 2 goals in the space of 5 minutes. Delo didn't need to come on. Casemiro shouldn't have come off, etc. Casemiro, like, his game diminishes significantly after around 60 minutes. Like, he is getting on, and if, say, Casemiro did get injured, then I think you would see quite quickly our entire season is over. I don't know, I'm just pissed right now. It is annoying. It is annoying. I know why some people see it as like, oh, okay, you've either dropped you can either see it as you dropped 2 points or you gained 1 point. It's one of those. I'm happy with a point away from home, personally. The Amorim hate is misplaced. Casemiro isn't 25 anymore, and Ugarte was inherited. Yep, very true. Well, that's me for the night. Godspeed, Suhan. Thanks for tuning in, man. And hopefully you feel better tomorrow. The person that could have came on for Bruno is injured. Exactly. There's no one to bring on for Bruno. Like, people really just, I don't know, to blame it towards Amorim. I don't personally agree with that. Let me just see one thing, folks, and then we'll get back to it. Let's move you over here. Okay, let's get back to it then. 1 sec, folks. I just need to do one thing, and then we'll carry on with looking at how people have reacted online and go through the player ratings. I do not think, again, it's like, I don't know what people want. Like, do people expect us to challenge for the league? Do people genuinely expect us to challenge for the league this season? Because getting a draw away from home is what somebody or what a team would do if they were challenging for top 4. Like, we've shown we can consistently do it against the lower teams. It's just a case now of like building on our performances against the big teams, and we've got a good record against the big teams. So I don't know why people would be against Amorim for that. And we have notoriously struggled away from home. So yeah, I personally don't see why there would be a lot of hate pointed towards Amorim. I don't think he did anything wrong, but I'll be interested to see why people think that we failed after match. Okay, that's all set up. Good. Okay, we can move back over here. Also, I can't support a manager that has such a terrible midfield setup approach. Any team with even any solid midfield basis breaks through us with ease. I think, what do you mean though? Like, we were doing well in that first half. It's only when we made subs, Johnny. It's purely when we made subs. Like, if you can't see that our downfall comes at the end of every game when we make subs, like, I don't know what to tell you. Let me just get this all posted on Instagram, guys. Just bear with me. Okay. There we go. Okay, folks. Let me see. So people are angry because of the context of a draw, not the fact that it's a draw. Yeah, but like they can be annoyed, but at the end of the day, you need to look at the bigger picture of, oh, okay, league season, we've come up against a top 6 rival, and we've got a draw away from home. Like, that's not the worst result. We don't challenge for the league until Amorim actually gets midfielders that fit his system. We don't currently have any midfield players that Amorim bought. Yep, true, very true, Ethan. And we're obviously linked with a lot of midfielders for a reason, guys. It's because he hasn't had those people yet, and he needs to get them. But yeah, let's see what else we have here. Delict saying, last year we lost against Nottingham Forest and Tottenham 1-0, but last week and today, you see we have the fire in our bellies to fight and get a point. The season is long, drawing 3 games is more important than losing. It is. I mean, we're still undefeated in 5 games. People aren't going to be going around saying about that fact, but Manchester United are now undefeated in 5 games. Someone needs to tell Šeško that you can't play football in the 3rd gear in Premier League. I don't know. I feel like people have been harsh on Šeško as well. Again, he obviously needs to do better, but still, come on. Again, Man United were 2nd in the league for 83 minutes. Please take me back. Oh, God. Man United should have beaten Tottenham today. End of story. They were crap and there for the taking. Big up Delict and get him our equaliser. But it shouldn't have reached that point, and that's 4 points dropped in similar fashion in 2 consecutive games. That being said, we're 5 undefeated, which is real progress for Ruben Amorim, but we should have won today. I mean, that's it at the end of the day. This is progress. I think people just want, like, people think progress is going to be us just going from, like, bloody 15th in the league or whatever to straight up to 2nd. I think we're going to, I've always said I think we're going to finish, like, 5th or 4th this season. I put down 5th in my predictions, but I just think that there's a lot more to build on for Manchester United, and people want to see the finished product already, but it's a clear sign that we are slacking in a certain area of the pitch, and that position happens to be midfield. That portion of the pitch happens to be in midfield. We need midfielders. But yeah. Any other news? Better from Šeško versus Tottenham. Okay, Hater Central is cost them 2 points. Šeško didn't cost us 2 points. Oh, it's just absolute cringe. Okay, let's go through the player ratings. Those are not the player ratings. Those are the player ratings from last week. Let's go through the player ratings here. Here we go. Okay, let me know what you guys think in the comments for the player ratings. But let's go with this then. So we are going to go with Larman's first. So Larman's made a couple big saves in that game, to be honest. Obviously conceded 2 goals. I don't think he could have done anything about those 2 goals. I don't think it was... I think he made some decent saves. I'm going to give him above average for those 2 decent saves. I'm going to give him a 6.8, but can't give him anything too high because at the end of the day, he did concede 2 goals. Sure, he did play well to begin with, but then second half obviously dropped off. Wasn't subbed. 81% pass accuracy, 100% aerial duels, 67% ground duels won. Give him slightly above average. They were playing really well in the first half, but the actually, you know what? I'm going to give that an average Luke Shaw performance. I don't think that was anything special. Maguire. I thought Maguire was good until he got injured. 100% accurate crosses, 100% accurate long balls. 50% aerial duels, 96% accurate passes. I'm going to give Maguire... Can't give him anything too high, to be fair. Wait, did all of the goals... All of the goals came when Maguire was subbed off as well. Wow. You know what? For that reason, I'm going to give Maguire a 6.7 because at the end of the day, like, we conceded 2 goals after Maguire was subbed off. So you can't really blame him for anything that happened there. Can't blame him for getting injured. So I'll give Maguire 6.7. De Ligt. What are we going to go with for De Ligt? Well, he's clearly man of the match. I do hold him responsible for the first goal we conceded, though. I think he did get skinned. So I'm not going to give him too high of a score. I think it's disappointing because of a draw. I'm going to give De Ligt a 7.4. Then we move over to Mazraoui. I think Mazraoui was decent. I mean, it's not a world beater performance. I only made 13 passes the entire game, so not really too involved. I'm going to give Mazraoui... I mean, 100% of aerial duels won, 76% of ground duels won, 100% accurate long balls. I'm going to give Mazraoui a 6.8. I'll give Mazraoui a 6.8. I think that's fair for him. Dorgu. I actually think Dorgu had a good game, but a lot of people weren't happy. Passing-wise, terrible. Only 55% accurate passes. That is ridiculously low for a Premier League midfielder. Premier League wing-back. But he was also the most fouled player of the match. He won the most duels, 9 in the match. 50% of ground duels won, 80% of aerial duels won. I think he put in a solid performance. I'm gonna give Dorgu slightly higher than Maz. I'm gonna give him 6.9. A lot of people were raging about him, but I thought Dorgu was actually good. Ethan going with De Ligt, 9 out of 10. Wow. I mean, had he not been, I think he was responsible for that first goal we conceded. Had he not been responsible for that, I think I probably would have given him around like an 8.5, something like that. Fernandes, Casemiro. So Fernandes, we're gonna go got an assist at the end, but didn't have a very good game. Because he got the assist, I'll give him a 7 for Fernandes, but really didn't have a good game today, I don't think. So 7 for Fernandes. Casemiro, it's hard because, like, stats-wise, he doesn't actually have the most amazing stats, does Casemiro, but he honestly, like, as soon as he goes off the pitch, we completely capitulate every time, so I'm gonna give Casemiro an above average. I'll give him 6.7 along with Maguire. Yeah, Dorgu was decent today, workhorse. Agreed, Stephen. I think I'm seeing a lot of people slander him on Twitter, but I'm like, I understand his passing isn't the best, but a lot of those crosses that he blocked and stuff, Delo would have just let them go straight into the box. So yeah, I still think I'd pick Dorgu over Delo. And Mbuemo got the goal. Gonna give him a 7.3. I think he didn't do much in the game, but obviously the goal has boosted his rating up quite a bit. Ahmad, I think Ahmad was also a good one. Unfortunately for him, lost the most duels in the match, which is unlike Ahmad. 74% pass accuracy, 100% accurate crosses, some duels. Obviously got the assist for Mbuemo. I'm going to give Ahmad a 7.2. It's tough because had we actually won today, the goal was a deflection, but it was a deflection from De Ligt. Like, if you look back on on the goal, the player was De Ligt's man, and then he got into space to get the shot off because De Ligt wasn't really defending him as well as he could have. And then the goal comes from a deflection off De Ligt. But yeah, I think he could have done better there for me. Cunha, it's a hard one with Cunha, man. I don't think he really did anything today, if I'm being honest. I mean, he won 1 ground duel out of 7. 100% accurate long balls. 71% pass accuracy. I think Cunha performed worse out of everyone on the pitch. I really don't remember Cunha doing anything. Do you guys? Does anyone remember Cunha doing anything? I think Cunha was a letdown. Folks, remember, if you are new to the stream, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are just going over the Tottenham versus Man United match reaction at the moment. But yeah, I think I'm going to have to give Cunha the lowest of everyone. And I think that was a below average Cunha game. I'm going to give him... I can't think of any big moments he was involved in. I'm going to give him 6.2. And that is that for the player ratings. Let's just go back over here. Oh, not there. Let's go back over here and see if we can see any... see if we can see any quotes and what people are saying coming away from the match. Agree with Cunha rating, mate. Didn't do much at all. It's a hard one with Cunha because it does feel like his passing is a bit off it sometimes. And he is a player who seems to revolve his entire game around goals. But if he doesn't score, then it feels like he's missing something. But yeah, this is what Thomas Frank had to say after the game. A fine, good performance against a good Manchester United team that is definitely in flow. To play against a United team with confidence and keep them down to 5 shots, they had all their big boys out there. Again, like Thomas Frank always likes bloody playing the underdog when it comes to United. Cunha had a few flashes, but was very wasteful in the link-up. He wasn't good today. Yeah. What else do we have? Ruben Amorim. What's Amorim had to say? If you see the game, I think during the game you feel it, that the 3 points were there to take, the 3 points home. But then with everything that's happened, with Harry has to come out, Casemiro has to come out, then score 2 goals again in a short period of time, but to manage to score again, so it's a point. When you cannot win, you don't lose the game. Wait, when you cannot win, you don't lose the game. Okay. And once again, we managed to do that. But if you look to the game, if you feel the environment, we have so much to grow as a team because today was our day to win this game. Yep, it is. That's it at the end of the day. It is 2 points dropped, but I think if you look at the grand scheme of things in the league and the bigger picture, I think today isn't a bad day. I think today isn't a bad day. Tottenham are always the underdogs when playing United. But, like, it's more of a fact that, like, Thomas Frank, he always bigs United up, but in, like, in quite a condescending way of being like, oh, yeah, but United, you know, with all of their spending and da-da-da-da, we're just plucky little Brentford or we're plucky little Tottenham. Like, he's a bit of a troll, is Thomas Frank. Bit of a troll. What else has come out? Well, Thomas Frank is among the long list of managers who have said that United have improved. This is what he had to say. It's clear that Manchester United have improved this season. They look more in sync. They are more dangerous going forward. Amorim, we didn't put the same intensity into our pressing, and if we had shown more courage, we would have killed the game, but that happens sometimes. Okay. It's a little frustration, but also pride at the response of the players, at the response to second goal of Tottenham. This is the tip of the iceberg. We are at the beginning of becoming a strong team, so we have a lot to do. And the beginning of becoming a strong team means sticking with these lot and getting rid of this guy. So clicking on this photo is what I want to happen to the team. Ugarte right here. Oh, Ugarte gone. Ugarte gone. Just stick with these lot and get rid of Ugarte, mate. He does absolutely nothing when he comes on the pitch. What happened to Sesko at the end? Any news on him? Let's have a look. I think I saw a quote somewhere from Amorim talking about him. Amorim on potential Sesko injury. We have to see. We think he has a problem, but let's see. So yeah, he came off injured. We don't know how severe it is yet, but we'll have to wait and see. Today's result wasn't ideal. We lose that game in September. The progress is there. Amen. Amen. What else has come out for us then? And Buemo, that was a big drama in the end. We managed to come back in the game. As I said, if we don't win, don't lose. We have to work on the goals we concede. It's so annoying though, isn't it? Because like it's clearly obvious where those goals that we're conceding are coming from. Like you can see that United are not conceding goals, or we're not easy to get through when Casemiro's on the pitch. But as soon as Casemiro comes off, we completely capitulate, man. Like we literally just fold into nothing. I was frustrated Amorim for the subs, but he equally isn't helped by the options he has at his disposal in midfield and wingback. Regardless for Casemiro and Dalot for Dorgu, weaken the side dramatically. It only highlights again why recruitment must focus on these two positions. I mean, Dorgu, well, Dalot, yeah, Dalot probably. Dalot does need to be sold. But, I mean, yeah, you can't blame Amorim for the subs. His hands were tied. His hands were absolutely tied. During the game, we felt like the 3 points were there to take home, but then with everything that happened, yeah, we read that one out. Basically saying the injuries and stuff like that affected the overall result. Hater Central on Benjamin Šeško, 38 minutes, 2 1v1 opportunities. 0 shots on goal, left United with 10 men, cost them 2 points by Šeško. I don't agree with that Hater Central one, to be fair. I don't think Šeško is the reason we lost, or we drew. Ruben Amorim on the injury, we'll have to see. Any more updates? Let's have a look, guys. See if there's anything new. And Buemo on scoring another goal. I'm off to work, admin. F for November international break. Oh God, has it been November international break now? We're gonna have to get working on some more videos. But thanks for tuning in, Ethan. Godspeed, man. Have a good time at work. So, and Buemo on scoring another goal. It's a lovely place to play. I've got great teammates that are helping me. Everyone is working hard, and it makes everyone's job easier. Tears. I have to rewatch the match to make comps. About to have another round of crash out watching Ugarte. I mean, again, this is another way to look at it. Glass half full. I mean, Manchester United, 5 games unbeaten. 5 games unbeaten. And Buemo said it builds confidence when we don't lose. We're going to try to build on this for as long as possible. But yeah, Thomas Frank, very complimentary towards United. I feel like everyone's in fairly positive spirits other than the fans. I'm going to see if I can find anything on the timeline from people reacting. From people reacting on Twitter. Let's see what's trending. Okay, so let's look at some of these foolish tweets, guys. So that whole substitution changed the entire momentum. The manager needs to take accountability. That was needless. Casemiro is in the form of his life. Why take him off? Well, he took Casemiro off because he didn't want to injure him, man. Like, all of these players are injury prone. But Mbeumo with another goal. Mbeumo, second top scorer in the Premier League now, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so he is the third. He's the third top scorer in the Premier League, behind Danny Welbeck. Oh my god, how is Danny Welbeck still knocking around? But yeah, we will probably leave it there, folks. Overall, I'd say still plenty of things to be positive about. I mean, 11 points out of 15 in our last 5 games. Not bad at all. And yeah, I think Happy FC is still strong and kicking. If you are new to the channel, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. We are going to be working on a lot more content over the next few weeks during the international break. And yeah, hope you enjoy your weekends and international break. But for now, Godspeed.